Okay, the last film we're reviewing this week is called The Messenger, and what a downtrodden, tearful film this really is. This is just one of those films that really gets you. Not in a way that Precious did, but just in a way that sucks out your emotions in terms of one simple subject, and that's being the guy who has to deliver the news that their son or daughter were killed in the tour of duty in the war in Iraq, or any war for that matter. The film stars Ben Foster, best known for his roles in films like Get Over It, the 2001 teen film alongside Kirsten Dunst, and also more of a darker side in the Bruce Willis film Hostage. He plays Staff Sergeant Will Montgomery, who has to serve out the rest of his tour of duty after being wounded by being one of the messengers. And along his side is someone who's been doing it most of his life, and he has no problem doing it. His name is Tony Stone. He's played by the always wonderful Woody Harrelson. Now, he's just as stern and cold, not so much cold, but just what he has to be. He knows what his role is. Deliver the news. Don't get involved. Don't sympathize. Don't hug them. Don't talk to them. Just deliver the news. And it's not we don't think that Stone is mean. We just think that, well, he's just doing his job, and he's trained to do that, and that's what he does. Now, the thing is about Will Montgomery is that he's a very sympathetic person. He's someone who is called to war, but this is not what he wanted to do. He wanted to serve his country, but not in this way. And it's almost sad that he'd rather be in Iraq to kill people, not so much, I guess, I mean, it sounds cold, but wanted to do that sort of stuff in Iraq more so than he wants to deliver this kind of news. It makes you kind of debate what's really easier in life sometimes. Now, this movie is just wrought with emotion, but not overwrought like Twilight. But again, this is a much different movie. And I gotta say here, the characters in this film, they focus on a few mainly, especially a widow played by the always amazing Samantha Morton. I gotta say, and she's amazing here as well. No difference. She couldn't be awful if she was in a Pauly Shore movie. I mean, that's just how good she is. And also, we got some good roles from Jenna Malone as Will's girlfriend that he left behind, who's just moved on, not because she's mean, but because that's just who she is. It's just her heart found other aspects of life. Another interesting role is Steve Buscemi playing an angry father, just upset, grieving heavily over the loss of his child. And again, he's just one of those actors that he can just make any role count. It's a small part, but he does it well. Now, the thing I like about this movie is that it takes a certain aspect of war, a story that hasn't been told yet. I saw a war film earlier this year called The Hurt Locker, which really served a purpose in what, it wasn't trying to be rah-rah America. It wasn't trying to glorify or be triumphant in what it was trying to tell. It was trying to show the true dark side. And this film shows the dark side of the war at home. These people are fighting a war within themselves. They are battling with the fact that, you know, with their doubt if they're ever going to see their kid again, or they're ever going to get over it. You know, if it happens, how are they going to solve that inner conflict within themselves of grief? How are they going to, even before they get this news, is what I'm trying to say also, is that the battle takes place in their head a lot. And maybe it's not coming out clear what I'm saying, but I'm a little off. I'm tired, but the fact is that this is a war film, but not war as in shooting up guns, yada yada yada, all that stuff. Everyone is great here. Ben Foster. Now, Samantha Morton may have given the best performance in Soul in the movie, but Ben Foster, I gotta say, he is someone who's definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with in Hollywood. And Woody Harrelson, he's just great as usual. Eamon Walker has a role as the Colonel. He's always been a very underrated actor. So, yeah, John, if you're watching, yeah, I know you'll love me for giving him credit there. But anyway, The Messenger is just a really good film. I suggest you see it. It's a different side of war that you never thought you'd ever see. I give it the perfect 5 for The Messenger.